Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Will's Wisdom and More. This is my channel. My name is Will and this is the channel I created where I do daily, weekly, and monthly tarot and oracle readings for your viewing pleasure to give you insight into how your day or your month or your week might go. And as always, the two decks I'm using are the Anna K Tarot deck sponsored by London Jadora and the Angels Answers Oracle deck made by Radeline Valentine Enduring Virtue. And so this is going to be my first monthly attempt for a reading for the sign of Aries for June 2015. And the spread that I'm using, which is a little weird, there's actually 7 cards here, and I'm using it in the 7 horseshoe spread card. And so each card represents a certain position and to how your month is going to go. And then at the end of the reading, I have also an oracle card to give you an overall guidance, and then a tarot card to give you an overall theme as well. Okay, so this is for Aries for the month of June 2015. So we're just going to jump right into it. Okay, so the first card we have, Aries in the first position, represents your past, Aries. And so we have the 4 of Rods. And I actually kept it in reverse, but we'll flip it over. So the 4 of Rods represents in the first position. Rods represent, by the way, fire signs, which is great because this is Aries anyway, and Aries is a fire sign. And the 4 of Rods represents happier times coming up, getting together with friends and going on a new adventure, or prosperous times coming to you. So you might be going to a new celebration. There might be a graduation you might be celebrating. If there's been any issues going on, you'll be able to get together with friends and really see the better picture in the beginning of the month. And this represents your past. So I would say you're kind of getting over any rocky issues you might have had in the past for May, and you're moving on to bigger and better pastures for June, and getting together, maybe meeting new people. All right. Now the second card we have in the horseshoe spread is your present. The 8 of Rods. But this is really good so far too. And so we have the 8 of Rods. Now the 8 of Rods is one of those boring cards. I can't really stand it. It's a very weird, very strange card. But traditionally the 8 of Rods more or less means there's some kind of news coming to you. It could be something in the mail, a letter coming to you in your favor, maybe a check or some kind of thing. But there's some kind of news coming to you based off this, and it's good news because we see the sunny background in the background there. So I think at the beginning of June you're going to get some good news about something that you've been hoping to come into fruition. Maybe it's a new job, I don't know what the case may be, and that's your present position. Alright, now the third card is basically what you should do based on the situation, your guidance for the month of June in this case. Okay, and so for your third card, you guys have, you have, oh nice, the Tower in reverse. Okay, so we'll take a look at the Tower upright real quick. So the Tower is the, I believe it's the, I want to say the 16th or the 15th card of the Major Arcana. And upright, the Tower represents, sometimes it can represent disaster. A lot of people fear this card. But it also means the destroying of that which was unbalanced, or something that the destruction of false beliefs. So, and just a sudden upheaval, if you will. You see this by the waves crashing there and the people falling off the tower here. So if there was something that you were going through, then this would be saying that it's about to be destroyed, about to be, destroyed for a reason in order to better yourself. But since it's in reverse, this is saying that there may have been some destruction that maybe you caused yourself on purpose, or that might be something that you're destroying, or you're taking down, or you're re-resurrecting or whatever, and you know about it. You're aware of the changes that are going on in your life. You're aware of the chaos that has been happening, and you're trying to do your best to get out of it. That's what the Tower represents in reverse, okay? The fourth card represents who you are, okay? And so for the fourth card for Aries, this is Aries June 2015, just a reminder, we have the 3 of Pentacles. Alright, and Pentacles are associated with earth signs, and Pentacles represent like stability, money, finances. And so this man is working really hard here on this church window, and he's got almost putting in the third pentacle right there. So this is really telling me that basically you guys are you are hardworking. You're going to be working very hard in June on whatever it is you're trying to get through or fix or get towards for your goals. So maybe you might be getting a raise, or you might be, planning a wedding or trying to work on starting a family. Something really hard you'll be working on as far as who you are representing in June, okay? The fifth card represents the energies around you. And I think I actually messed this up on accident, but that's okay. We're going to go with it. The fifth card represents the people around you and how they influence you. And for your fifth card, we have the Ace of Rods. And this is actually pretty cool because we've had a couple of Rods cards. And again, Rods represent your sign, which is fire. So any ace in any of the tarot decks typically represents a new beginning. And so this is basically you're on a new creative beginning come June. So you see this lady, she's on this balancing beam. There's birds in the background. Again, the background's kind of bright and prosperous, and there's a city in town below her with a river of calm waters. So this woman is going across this balancing beam here, this rod, with trust that she's heading on the new path and on the right direction. She looks happy as she goes forward. So this is telling that there's people around you that are really supporting you in your new creative endeavors. Whether it's that, again, you might be going to school for the summer, you might be starting a new job or trying to get promoted, working on something new and creative, okay? And that people around you are supportive of your new beginning, of your new creative beginning, all right? The sixth card in the deck represents, oh my God, what does it represent? The situation as it is, basically, and your future events with the situation as it is, and what caused that, or the hurt and your worries, if you will. And so we have the Ten of Swords in reverse here. And so if the Ten of Swords were upright, it would be saying that basically you felt like you were hurt or abandoned, or you felt like you were taken advantage of in a situation. So you're trying to walk out of that and keep your, you feel like you were stabbed in the back, but you weren't really. And so this is in reverse, which swords represent air signs, by the way. This is saying that you don't feel you're over the heartbreak. You're over the feeling like you're taking on too much. You feel like the mental negativity of whatever's happened in your past. You've moved on from that, and you're going into better pastures. You're taking advantage of it. You have the upper hand, is what this is saying. So don't let your fears and the negative take advantage of you, okay? And then your seventh card is your overall message or theme, what the general message is trying to say. And so for Aries, for June, we have the Queen of Cups. And so cups represent, again, water signs, and they're represented by emotions. And so the Queen of Cups, to me, is always represented kind of like getting in touch with your emotions. Because if you see here, this lady's sitting calmly by this beach during the evening, and she's got this cup in her hand, and she's looking down at the water and just being kind of reflective. She doesn't look sad. She just kind of looks like she's really in a lot of mental thinking and processing. And so this is really telling me that you're going to be reflecting on and thinking about a lot of things come into June. You're going to be really thinking about where you want to go, what you want to do, and what happened to you, and where and why it happened to you, and how you can go forward and keep those lessons that you need to learn for June, okay? So you take a look at all of the messages based on the horseshoe spreads. So overall, for you, Aries, it seems like you really are going to start a new creative path. You're going to be working hard on a new creative endeavor, and then basically you're going to be aware of the destruction that's happened or the chaos that's happened, and you're not going to feel backstabbed. You're going to be over that, and you're going to be really in touch with your emotions and be really reflective. Now, real quickly, let me go ahead and go over and see what your tarot overall card theme is. And so you have the Star. I know it was in reverse, but I'm flipping it over anyway. Alright, this is actually really good. So, the Star is the, I want to say the 17th card in the Major Arcana. And so the Star has 8 points on it, which, by the way, the number 8 is our personal theme for 2015. And the Star represents basically a lot of things. It's a detoxification of your emotions. So if you see this plant here, this plant represents new growth. And this water here is like the issues or the emotions that you've been going through. And how much, maybe you've been crying a lot in the last month or so. I'm not sure. but there's been a lot of things you've overcame here, and so you're kind of detoxing the negative energies and you're kind of letting it flow. You're letting your emotions flow here, and then the water beyond that is getting more prosperous, and you're tapping into your personal power here. That's where the 8 points represent, and there's new hope here. So you really are, you're getting back what you put out there, and you're also really aware of new hope and growth on the horizon, and that you really are detoxing all that. You're letting go of all of those emotions that you've had pent up inside, and you're letting it all go, so that way you can flow on and tap into your true personal power. That's your overall theme for June. And the guidance card says here to reconsider. And what's interesting is we have this angel here with his sword pointed down, and he's got his hands prayed, and his wings are kind of blue here. And so what I get with this card for reconsidering is that if there's something you felt wrong, like let's say you were wronged recently, or something happened, and you really felt like you want to be isolated and you don't want it, you've been dwelling in negativity, try to reconsider and go into spirit and go and meditate into yourself and figure out what it is that you really are need to reconsider. How about you sit down and think about what choices and options you have. Don't just put all your eggs in one basket is what I get a sense from this card. And that remember that you are detoxing, that you are really growing out of this stuff that you went through in May, and that you're really going forward in June. But make sure you reconsider any options that you or choices that you recently made, because you might be missing a better opportunity. That's what I get from this card here. All right. So that was a pretty quick reading, but that's pretty much what I have for the horseshoe spread for the sign of Aries for June 2015. I'm sorry I'm talking so low, guys. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning, by the way. So I'm getting ready to go to bed. But please let me know if you guys enjoyed this little spread here. Again, I'm trying different things on here. And I do hope you guys have a wonderful day, a wonderful month of June. Enjoy. And Aries, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful week. Namaste. Blessed be. Bye, guys.